Yeah,
Hi, Miss Debbie. Who are you?
I am Debbie, but my Chinese name is actually Sufan. Sufan means Lady Phoenix, and I'm currently actually living in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so that's I was telling my mom like, how do you know I'm gonna end up in Phoenix? But anyway, so I am a real estate investor as well as real estate broker myself, and currently living in Arizona. And I also have real estate broker's license in California, so I can do business in both areas. Yeah.
Great. What really got you interested in real estate? Why not choose like becoming a doctor or a lawyer or something?
Okay. Yeah. Back in California before I moved here, I actually went through a divorce. So I needed to find something that I can actually spend time with my kids. I have three girls. Back then they were like little, 7, 5, and 2. And I needed to be flexible about my time. So I thought, I'm always interested in real estate. So I went ahead and got my broker's license and started my real estate journey.
What
Yeah,
got you into real estate?
it's just the the passive income concept that I can actually invest and hold it over times, and that will create wealth not only for myself but also for my next generations. So that's how I look at real estate. So that's how I got started.
I really like that view on it because it's very straight up very forward because um I guess I wouldn't say it's bad to just see to just go into real estate because of the money. I think that's actually a lot of the reason why a lot of the people I know in real estate go into real estate.
Yeah,
And I
especially
really liked how
Asian, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
And I
think
really liked how
your
you
father, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
want you to own as many houses as you can,
Mhm.
right? So that's the concept, not only for Asian, but I think for the people that has entrepreneurship, they know the power of passive income and
Mhm.
long-term gain. So I think, yeah, so I think that's a great thing. Actually, your father actually got you into real estate. So
Mhm. Yeah, cuz generational wealth. I really liked how you brought up generational wealth because that's really what we're building here with our real estate companies. We want to create a business that we can hand down from generation to generation. Whereas if you become, not saying it's bad, but if you become a doctor, um, and then you pass away, what your kids will have to, it's not that you don't leave anything behind with them. It's just that
you have to
what's
work, right?
yes,
You're
yeah.
always
While in real
constantly have
estate,
to
you
work.
make money while you sleep.
Right,
I
correct.
think that's the really the special thing about real
Yeah,
estate,
correct,
entrepreneurship in general.
right, correct.
What has been your favorite thing about real estate over your whole career?
What was the, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? What's the,
What's been your favorite thing about real estate over your career?
I think the favorite thing is probably multifamily. That's probably
Mhm.
something I'm currently more focused on. Is it's because think of this: if I have to approach 100 seller to own 100 single family, but for multifamily, I can have 100 doors for only one owners. So that's the concept. And then if I actually have vacancies for one doors for the out of 100, I'm okay. But imagine you have one whole house empty. That's one out of 100. So that's percentage wise. When you think about it, it's really powerful.
Yeah, that's really I really like how you brought up the multifamily because actually this morning me and my dad we visited a one of our sellers multifamily. It was a multifamily. I actually I actually called them. So this was the first property that I actually like toured that I called.
Wow,
Um, and
amazing.
it was a multifamily, and my dad he's usually doing single family, so I thought that was really funny.
Right. You mentioned that to me. So I think it's a great thing if you can get into that concept. That would only benefit you. But great job to you for
Thank you.
making that call. Wow. Awesome.
I love how in real estate we have this community that's so diverse in like races, genders, ages. There are so many people that you can grow with and connect with.
Right.
And that's something that I really see that is special about the community that we have around us.
Right.
Um, what really like what struggles did you face as growing up in an Asian household while still wanting to become an entrepreneur and do real estate?
Well, yeah. So growing up as an Asian, we were probably sort of kind of dictate like by the like by the parents, like you need to be doctor or lawyer or accountant, right?
Yeah.
You probably know Asian family, they kind of want you to follow their path. But we have four kids in the family, so I'm the only one out of four that's more, I can't say rebellious, but I honestly know exactly what I want when I grow up. I wanted to work for myself. I don't want to work for anybody. So when I was little, I actually was just being creative, just selling stuff in the neighborhood. Yeah. So all the kids will come to me. It's like, hey, my name is, Sue Fong. They call me Sue Fong. What you got today? So I was constantly selling stuff.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, in a meeting I had before, you'll see when it comes out, you have to check out the interview I had with Crystal Fringos. We were
Oh, nice.
talking about how for kids, it's like an instinct or like their nature to become entrepreneurs. And that's really
Right.
funny that you mentioned it because I see all these kids, I remember seeing all these kids like with like lemonade stands. That's
Right.
working for yourself. I
Right.
see all these kids like making bracelet companies on Etsy, and I'm like,
Right.
that's entrepreneurship. And I'm like, wow, we're surrounded um everywhere by entrepreneurship, but our society is still under the 9 to 5 impression or like that
Right.
mindset.
Right. And you are actually one of the entrepreneur too, right?
Yeah.
In real estate, the youngest one I've ever seen, actually. So that's great
Yeah.
too.
Oh wow, that's really cool. Yeah. What would you say is your superpower?
Oh, my superpower is definitely networking. Yeah, I love to talk to people. I love to connect people. Not necessarily, monetize the relationship, but I just love to connect people with the same interests, or I can probably help one person. Uh, for example, I just connect a person with another company. He's able to help that company scale up the business by automate their system. So I just feel good because everybody wins. So it's a
Yeah,
win-win
it's a
situation.
win-win. Hmm.
So my nickname is actually Networking Cream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
next one of my questions actually for you was like, why did you choose the your network is your net worth t-shirt?
That's because I truly believe your net worth is how you like surround yourself with your with 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 your, like, I don't want to say peeps, but it's like friends. You have to
Mhm.
be careful who you hang out with, and that's why I always tell my three daughters, you have to make sure to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah. How has dealing with like real estate and also managing a family, how's that been?
It's I can't lie, it's hard, it's difficult, especially when they were little, but you just have to manage your time. So this is what I always tell people how to have a good time management is, I use color coded calendar. So green colors means lead generation, money making time. So if on your calendar, if you don't see green color, that means you're not doing lead generation or money making activities, right? And then I put like pink color for all the Zoom call. Like your Zoom call is one of the pink colors, so I know I have a
Ooh.
Zoom call today. And then yellow is for your bills. You got to pay bills, so I can easily pull out monthly. I can see how much money are going out. So that's how I manage my time. So hopefully that will give some your audience some tips about this.
Yeah, actually, um, this whole interview has been very like coincidental. I've been trying to figure out or like time management and everything, and I've been
Right,
learning more about calendars and how to time block
right,
and everything.
right,
And just organization in general. So it's really cool that you mentioned that.
right, right.
Speaking of like paying the bills, when you did you go to college?
Yes, I
Uh,
finished college actually with interior design degree,
oh.
but I didn't follow that. I went into import and exporting business with my ex-husband. So we owned a factory in China, and one time we had over like 500 employee in China.
Mm.
So I think that's also I learned lots from that business as well. How to manage people, how to manage time as well, and how to manage money.
Mm-hmm.
So those are three very important when you're being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like
Did you go into entrepreneurship like right from the get-go from college?
like when I was little, I can
Oh.
tell you when I was little, I already started my own little street business. And then when I got married, and then yeah, I just went straight to import and exporting. So I didn't pursue my interior design career. I just went into import and exporting business. And then
Mm.
after my divorce, then I just got my broker's license. So I always work for myself. So
That's amazing. Yeah. My dad's also sort of been the same way. He hasn't he worked at Motorola at one point, but he's always been like an entrepreneur either on like the side or it's always just been a
yeah,
passion of his. And it's I guess you could say it runs in the blood because my grandma was actually I think she owned a hair salon and then she and then she became like a chef for my dad's restaurant business. So
oh nice.
it's been like passed down, I guess.
Right, right. And the one thing you mentioned, passion. Uh, Having a passion in whatever you do is so important, because imagine when you wake up in the morning, if you have that, if you don't have that passion, you don't have that desire, you want it to do something, right? So
Mhm.
once you have that passion, guess what? You would, first thing you wake up is like, oh my God, I cannot wait to start my day,
Mhm.
right? So I think that mindset is super important. So I always tell my girls, you gotta do what you love in life and then pursue after that. So that's I can give your audience, younger audience, yeah, on this as well. My little suggestion: find your passion, find your clarity,
Yeah,
and
that
go
reminds me
after
of
it.
a quote. I forgot by who it was by, but it was like, um, when you work, work is only like stress if you're not passionate about it, I think.
Right,
So yeah, I think it's really important to
right,
anyone who's like listening to this.
right,
Just do what you want in life because
right,
you have one life, well, as we know of it right now,
right.
and
Life
live
is
it.
short.
Yeah, live it to the fullest.
Right, good
And I
one.
think that's really important to remember because
Right,
I know that a lot of my friends, or I'm not sure if I can say teenagers in general, but me and my friends, um one of our like greatest fears is like having to go to being overworked at a 9 to 5, being exploited, and then having to go home at like 10 o'clock p.m, going to bed without any dinner, or like having this, but like having all your necessities, but
right.
being overworked and stressed and just unhappy with your life.
They're just working to pay the bills. So
Mhm.
there's no clear. um, like path, what they wanted to go after. So if you have that clarity, guess what? Everything will be easier. We just
Mhm.
follow the pattern. Just go one by one. Slowly, you'll get to the top.
Yeah. How
That's
would
why
you?
I call my name A Top Lady Boss.
Yes, I am a little lady boss.
I like that.
Yeah. So you were saying before how being like in a nation family, you have these restrictions sort of. Not that it's bad. It's just they're looking out for your own good. But
Right.
what are some other what's some advice that you would give to people who are sort of in that same situation, struggling with the people around them that are giving them these like limits?
Well, you just have to kind of take some time, kind of really think about what you really love and in life, and then what things you're truly passionate about. Think about it. I mean, no rush. Like I told my girl, no rush. Just find that one thing that will make you want to wake up and work on that, right? Even little one, you start with little one. If you feel passion, just go after and then do it. And then if you ended up didn't have that really truly passionate, then just find another one,
Mm-hmm.
right? So eventually you'll find that one thing that you really love to do
Mm-hmm.
every day, like every day, not just one day, 2 day. That doesn't count. It has to be
Yeah.
every day,
Oh,
right? Do you
that's so
truly love?
sweet.
You love real estate. I can tell you really, truly love real estate.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I follow you too. You're my little, I'm your little follower right there. Yeah, you're actually awesome in making phone calls. So just a little tweak a little bit here, and you're gonna be awesome. You're gonna be great.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say like um when I was little, my parents put me in like a lot of things like ballet, yeah,
Right,
ballet, gymnastics, like swimming. At one time I wanted to try out like track and volleyball, but they
right,
never really like sparked my interest, or they never really had like that spark, right?
right.
So I would always like drop out of them. And I always, although they never really, I mean, I really appreciate them for this, but although they never really like um pushed pushed it down on me that I was like a failure or anything, I always like felt like I was one because I was surrounded by all these talented people or all these like really academically smart people, and I
Right.
was just like sort of average. And then so it's really like in life you just need to keep exploring, you just need to keep trying, you just need to
That's the
keep
word. Yes.
looking for what fits you best, and this fit me
Right.
best, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Life is a venture. You just keep going, right?
Yeah.
It's challenging sometimes, but it's fun. So it
Mhm.
creates memories. So when you get older, when you kind of sort of look back and you try different things and there's no regret. Guess what? Because you tried everything you wanted to do. It just didn't work out for some of them, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, your worst failures are always the best, they always make the best stories. And I think if we just remember that and keep being like positive and just keep moving on, keep
right,
persevering towards the future, who knows what will happen? The sky's the limit, we can do anything.
right. A failure is just a way of pushing you forward. So I think that's I mean, I have many failures too, but that's just something I just keep going. You just have to keep going and never give up. So you'll eventually get to the top.
Hmm. What would you say has been your worst failure?
The worst failure, well, it's probably I would probably I don't want to say my marriage, but that's not
Oh.
considered failure. We don't it's not we don't get along. It's just I don't know if for me it's just we're not on the same level anymore, right? Just like finding passion, it's
Mhm.
not on the same page anymore. So you look for next. Not that I'm saying that you should look for, different person in your life. No, no. But if there's no balance in between a relationship, it's hard to move forward. So, but failure, I think it's probably, gosh, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't have failure, but um,
It can be like something as basic as you've had like 3 days where you just like don't want to get up and you don't want to work or something. Or it can be like, I don't know,
I'm
like
always
COVID or
working.
something.
Yeah,
Oh.
always working. I think failure is uh, probably school. When I was in college, history is my worst enemy. So I can call that failure, truly, because I didn't pass the test. So,
Oh.
but in life, I think there's no failure in life. It's just, you know,
Learning experiences.
those are just your stepping stone.
Mhm.
So I don't consider those are failure. So those are for me to step on it and step on it and then step on it to the top.
And you know what? The fact that you can see it in that sort of way, that's what makes you such a positive and such a amazing person. As like
Yeah,
your
thank you.
mindset, I aspire to have that mindset. It's
Yeah, positivity is super important in life because you can't just have negative. Because another thing, if you surround people around you, once you have positive mind at all time, guess what? You feel negativity around you instantly. And then you can kind of pre-screen certain people not to be in your life. And then soon or later, you'll find yourself, you're impacting other people as well. Because you're positive mind, you share with other people, like I'm sharing with you too right now. So I think that's a great way to kind of empowering some younger generation as well. Yeah,
yeah, that relates back to like the network you have and everything and how it can like really influence you.
right.
Do you have like that group of people that you can always like rely on, or like I know you said you met like you were at a meetup this morning and you're
Right,
going to another one this evening. Do
right.
you have that group of people that you can always rely on and that push you to go forward? And if you do, how would you encourage or like what advice would you give to people who are still looking for one?
For me, I like to join mentorship just because you know that's where we learn the most because
Mhm.
those people are already successful. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I normally like to take the best from each mentor and then combine and become mine. So that's why I am constantly joining different meetup group because I want to take the best from whoever I meet. I have a connection with. I just take the best from them and then convert it into my version of it. And then guess what? I share positively to people around me as well. So I like that. So
You're a master connector.
yes, yeah, I can call myself master connector. Yes, and
That's amazing.
I love to be able to share or um, whatever I learn. I love to share with people and help people solve other people's. Well, I don't want to say problem, but just solve issues. Yeah.
Mhm. If you were to describe yourself in like one or two words, how how would you describe yourself
How would I?
as
Okay.
a person or
As
like as an entrepreneur, either one or both?
stubborn. No, I'm pretty stubborn. Yes, I am pretty stubborn. Of if I want to do something, yes, I will. I will make sure I get it done. Yeah. So I'm a very visual person. So I usually put my goal into graphics, like circle bubbles.
Mhm.
And then I um, just use that mindset, ingrain it into my mind. Like this is what I want to do. Like I wanted to create 100 doors for multifamily. That's already engraved here. And then I reverse engineer. How do I approach and accomplish that goal? That I reverse engineer back and then find a solution and then work backward. And I know I'm already reached that goal in here. I'm already done, right?
Yeah.
You have to have that mind first, and then go back and then tell yourself, okay, I'm already done. What did I do to make that come true? And guess what? You find the solution within that
You know
mindset.
what? That is so cool that you mentioned that because last year, me and my dad, we took like a sort of like TV show slash like improv class.
Right,
Um, and they were talking about how if you ever feel like nervous, imagine that you've already been on, let's say you were nervous for this interview. Just imagine that you were already on this interview and then just go back into the Zoom or on stage and then just be yourself and remember that you've already done it. And I think
you
that
already done it. You did it
mentality,
perfect. Right, you did it
yeah,
perfect. Right.
and that
That's,
mentality, it's also like some sort of manifestation, I would say. It's
yes,
it's really cool how all of this has happened just in the past year for me. Um and I would have to bring it back, like although it was also me taking action, I would have to bring it back to my mindset.
right,
Um because of the people that I was surrounded with, I was able to build this mindset that oh, I want to get a house in the next year, and I did.
right,
Oh, I want to build a business by Christmas, and I did. And it's so interesting how I can see all of this happen,
right.
and it's like I don't know, God's way of telling me you've done well, I'm rewarding you or something. It's
It's
so
like you put
cool.
the message into universe. So
Mhm.
universe is just responding to your request. That's all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's good. You've done some quite good things under your dad's sort of guidance. So coming from an Asian family, I think he's pretty open-minded.
They are, yeah. My parents are very open-minded and are very willing to invest like their time and energy and money into
Right.
what me and my sister want to do and everything. And I think
That's good.
it really helps to have like supportive role models in your life.
Right.
And to people that don't have it, like Miss Debbie said, you can join a mentorship or like a
Right.
community where you will find these people that you can connect with and that can really like push you up instead of
Right.
like bringing you down or like placing a wall between you and your dreams.
Correct. Correct.
And honestly, actually, I don't believe that wall exists because,
It's an invisible one.
yeah, the only limit for you is really yourself.
Right.
And I'm going to repeat this over and over again because this needs to be engraved into people's minds. Um, and the reason I'm gonna keep repeating this is because I've actually had an experience where like one of my friends, I was talking about entrepreneurship to one of my friends, and they're like, no, you can only do that because your dad's rich. Like not really, but like that really opened up my eyes to see that they're they have like this is kind of hard to say, but like
Is it limited belief on certain things?
I
Like you
guess
can
so.
only do so much.
Yeah, they believe like, oh, you can only do this if you have money. And I think like money is like a very big aspect of why people like don't do what they want. Um and yeah. So
But
yeah, just
how funny you mentioned the money, because I was at this mentorship, and Templeton, he's a well-known real estate investor in the group, And he mentioned that money is not the only measurement. And that is so true. You can't just have money and then have nothing else,
Yeah.
right? You gotta have balance between life, health, right? And family. And then the money will come.
Hmm. Honestly, in all aspects, even like in health, in business, in like everything, you
Right,
yourself, you come first. Like your safety, your dreams, what you want to do in life. Don't let anyone stop you from that. I think
right,
that's really a core belief that I think everyone should have.
right. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah. um few more questions.
Okay.
What piece of advice would you give to someone like me, someone starting out like brand new in entrepreneurship, or like or just like a kid?
Mhm.
What would you tell them?
I would say you definitely, number one is clarity. You really need to find out exactly what you are passionate about. Find that one first and then try, explore about this things that you are passionate, and then surround yourself with the people that are already doing it, like real estate. You just surround yourself with those people that are already successful. And I'm sure that if you surround five, one will give you great advice. That means you have five great advice each time you go to the meetup. Imagine you attend 5 meetup each day. That's 25 a week advice you can get.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So personally, I like to surround myself with those people, and that's where I learn. And I would say like scale up my business and have a growth in my business as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for coming on the interview series.
Well, thank you for having me. It's
How
a
can
fun.
people reach out to you and just like if they want to like connect or JV or anything?
Yeah, they can reach me with my Instagram. It's 8top lady boss, or they can reach me at my phone 520-338-1956. Text or call me. I'm always open book. I'm willing to help.
Great. Everyone reach out to Debbie. She's a great person in general, and she's an amazing investor and broker. Do you have anything else you'd like to say, Miss Debbie?
No, just take an action. Go after what you want.
I love that. Great way to end it. Thank you so much for coming on here. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.